Welcome, my name is Martin Kuppinger, I'm Principal Analyst at KuppingerCole. In this series of video podcasts, I'll talk about reasons for identity and access management projects stalling. The topic I'd like to look at today is about stakeholders. So, stakeholders are a potential success factor and they are a risk. Having the right stakeholders on board helps you winning with your project. Missing to have all the required stakeholders on board is apparently a risk. The challenge with identity and access management is that identity and access management is a cross-divisional project. It is not something you do just in IT. It's specifically nothing you do just in a small part of IT. So even within IT, latest when you start talking to HR, when you talk to SAP and to other business system owners, it becomes apparent that there are many different parties which are affected and involved in this project. Not to speak from the business side. So whoever was involved in an title management, maybe role management project knows there's a lot of talk you need to do with the business. And that means that you need to understand who is affected, who is involved, and who takes which role of stakeholdership in this project. So who is the sponsor of the project, who is affected, who needs to be informed, etc. A good approach is to start with something like a hierarchy matrix. So this responsible, accountable, consulted, informed approach, RACI. There are different variants of that, but thinking really about who plays which role in a project. You need to understand that, because if you miss certain people, you might end up with resistance against your project because they feel they are not informed, they are not involved, etc. So it's super important to understand who might be affected, to then build your communication, to inform about the project, to involve the stakeholders, doing it right at the right points. So not having always 30 people in a meeting, but start with communicating openly, asking them the right question at the right time, informing them about the progress, and also clearly defining about what is their domain and remains their domain, what is your domain. For instance, when talking with HR, so what is the responsibility for HR? Where is the interface between HR and identity management? What is what identity and access management does? My experience is that talking with people at the right time really solves a lot of problems and resolves a lot of challenges you otherwise will experience in your identity and access management projects. So think about your stakeholders from the very beginning of your IAM project. Thank you for listening to me.